Tough act to follow. I'm Pete Rogers. I use he, him pronouns. Inuit shaman Uvanuk was a Netsilik Inuit who used songs for healing. It is said that while out one winter's night, Uvanuk was hit by a fireball that lit up her internal organs. In pain and delirium, she stumbled back to her village and fell down in song. The music emanated from the shaman and reportedly cleansed her and those around her with joy. From then on, she was able to heal the sick with her song. And these are her words. The great sea has set me in motion, set me adrift, moving me like a weed in river. The sky and the strong wind have moved the spirit inside me until I'm carried away, trembling with joy.
We light this flame to invite a world of peace, where we heal the wounds, where we share what we have with one another, where justice is another word for relationship, and we listen for what love has to say.
Good morning. This is time for all ages, and I'd like all the young people who are here and anybody else who wants to come and sit up on the steps. We're going to all sing Dona Nobis together, all ages, okay? So, who doesn't know this song? Ha! Very funny. Do you know it? You don't. Okay, so we're going to sing it to you, and then you'll join us. Okay? All right. It goes like this. Round it, Will. Together, here we go. Dona nobis pacem, Dona nobis Keep going. One more time. Does anyone know what that means? Dona nobis pacem. Anybody take Latin? Deerfield students? Torga, what does it mean? Give peace to us, exactly. So, thank you.
Hello, I'm Gordon Wise, and choir is important to me, and here's the reason why. When I was 7 years old, I was a boy, treble, soprano in a men and boys Episcopal choir. The Episcopal part didn't take very well, but the music took very well indeed. So later when my wife Mary and I joined the Unitarian Universalist Society of Amherst, we joined the choir right away and have been in the choir for years and years ever since. Not so much nowadays, because as you can tell, my voice is going, but the choir has been the single most important thing in our membership in this society. We love the choir. We have been in the choir for ages and ages, and it is the best thing we have going for us. So that is my testimonial for the choir of this church. Thank you.
My name is Carolyn Cave, so we're having a Carolyn substitution this morning. I'm reading the words that were written by Carolyn Holstein about the piece you're about to hear. Johann Sebastian Bach wrote many chorales for his boys' choir in Leipzig, Germany in the 17th century. In fact, he wrote new music for the church service almost every week. His boys' school at the church sang for the services with the younger boys singing soprano and alto before their voices changed. Modern choirs use women's voices, of course, as does ours. The words and tune for Wachet auf, or Wake Awake, were written in 1599 by Philip Nicolai, a Lutheran priest in Germany, then harmonized by Bach. It was written to reflect the joy and celebration of the coming of the baby Jesus during Advent, or one of the 4 Sundays before Christmas. This also helped to dispel the darkness of December and the plague at that time. The words are beautiful, and I'll read some excerpts from it. Wake, awake, for the night is flying. The watchmen high up on the heights are crying. Wake up, Jerusalem, Alleluia. May glory be sung to you with the tongues of men and angels, with harps and with cymbals. No ear has ever heard such joy. Therefore we are joyful. Hooray, hooray, forever in sweet rejoicing.
I'm Jill Gensler. Our next piece comes from Viennese composer Franz Schubert's Mass in G major, which he wrote in 1815 when he was only 18. During this same year, Schubert worked full-time as a schoolteacher, completed his second and third symphonies, 2 masses, a string quartet, 2 piano sonatas, 4 Singspiele, and 145 songs. We will be singing the opening section of the Mass, known as the Kyrie, from the ancient Greek kurios, meaning master or ruler. This term was later applied by Christians to Jesus of Nazareth, and this part of the Mass was meant as an expression of gratitude for his mercy, Kyrie eleison, for all that he has given to us. For me, this piece is an expression of gratitude for this breathtaking universe of which, amazingly, we are a part.
Okay, great. Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy that you're here. I joined the choir in March, and it has been an absolute joy. We come together in song, we sing from different cultures, different backgrounds, and I recently heard a researcher who studies the impacts of climate change on overwhelm and how when there's so many negative impacts, it can feel easy to feel like there's nothing that we can do. But she gave an analogy about choir and how when we're in a choir, we can take a breath and the person next to us can take over, and then we can come back in. And we need to do this as a society to move forward in all of the ways that we want for positive change, which is the fundamental spirit of the Universalist Society. So thank you all so much for being here, and choir is really amazing.
Now it is our turn, all of us, to sing again. I invite you to join in singing Spirit of Truth, of Life, of Power, which I believe was written by the father of our minister emeritus, Arnold Westwood, Horace Westwood. Interesting little bit of research. It might have been his brother. I might have the dates wrong. But Westwood, look, right? The choir will sing it through first, and then we'll all sing it together.
I'm Sarah Puckett. Hi. Our next selection is a madrigal by the English composer Orlando Gibbons. A madrigal is a type of secular composition prominent in the late Renaissance and early Baroque periods that features a cappella voices. And this one was originally printed in 1610. The anonymous poem that provides the text and title of the piece is The Silver Swan. And spoiler alert, the swan dies at the end. It is my task now to somehow relate this poem to our service's theme of hope and joy. So my intro is a little bit longer than the others because I had to go on a journey. So I'll start by reading the poem. The silver swan, who living had no note, when death approached, unlocked her silent throat. Leaning her breast upon the reedy shore, thus sang her first and last, and sang no more. Farewell, all joys, O death, come close mine eyes. More geese than swans now live, more fools than wise. So the concept of a swan song, one final performance given before death or retirement, originated in ancient Greece. According to Wikipedia, in Plato's Phaedo, the character of Socrates says that although swans sing in early life, they do not do so as beautifully as before they die. He adds that there is a popular belief that the swan's song is sorrowful, but Socrates prefers to think that they sing for joy, having foreknowledge of blessings in the other world. When I first read that, I thought, well, that's promising. But going back to the poem, particularly the part that says, farewell, all joys, it's a little difficult to be satisfied with this reading. So I needed to look for other clues. For example, what is the swan talking about when she says, more geese than swans now live, more fools than wise? I am tempted to read something contemporary into the poem. Like, those geese, those fools doing so much damage to our country and planet. Oh, death, just come close mine eyes, I've had enough. But my task today is not to lament, it is to find hope and joy. So I will dig a little deeper. I have been reading a book by Vanessa Machado de Oliveira called Hospicing Modernity. And as the title suggests, it is about looking around at the structures and systems within which we currently live, recognizing that they're dying, and seeing what we can do to ease the transition while also mourning the loss of essentially all we've known. I promise I'm going to get to hope and joy. Stay with me. De Oliveira writes, we are living off expired or expiring stories. Stories that expire can no longer dance with you. They are lethargic or stuck. They can't move things in generative ways anymore. We often cannot let them go. We fear the void left in their place when they're no longer there. Not too much longer. We forecast that this void will leave us empty, storyless, and that there will be no vitality in this emptiness because everything will be meaningless, purposeless, and sad. We don't realize that when stories expire, their vitality is already gone. And if their vitality is gone, we are also stuck. If we want to get unstuck, we need to put these expired stories to rest. But before that happens, we need to prepare to receive their final teachings, which are the deepest, gloomiest, and sometimes the funniest. And this, I think, is where the swan from our poem seems to leave us, with the lesson that more geese than swans now live, more fools than wise. Not particularly hopeful. But if we look at the idea of liminality, which is the state of in-betweenness, for instance, as experienced during a rite of passage or the transition between life and death, we find intense possibility. And this is precisely because all the structures that have until this point held but also limited us have now dissolved. This is why the swan finds that it is only the approaching of death which unlocks her silent throat. In this vein, de Oliveira carves out an even further sense of possibility. She says that after putting expired stories to rest and receiving their final teachings, the next step is to figure out a way to release these stories and for at least a minute to sit with the mystery of the void we feared. This is where we might discover that our forecast was wrong. We might find that the void consists of both nothingness and everythingness, and that it can be an unlimited source of serenity, sanity, energy, and inspiration. And I think I will end here because I don't think I can get any closer to hope and joy than that. Please enjoy the Silver Swan.
We are about to sing our closing song. You are welcome to stay right where you are and be held in the love of our congregation, or you're welcome to rise and move into a circle along the outer aisles. Place your hands over your heart or hold the hands of someone near you as we sing our closing song. Lauda, are you doing the benediction?
Sorrow will one day turn to joy. All that breaks the heart and oppresses the soul will give place to peace and understanding, and everyone will be free. Go forth, joy and hope.
Thank you, Carolyn.